So we're gonna continue here from what I like to say, stop it. But what we're gonna do something a little, it's not different. Like one technique brings to another one. You all know that. And with that, problems comes together, right? So what's not happening to me is this, and I think you guys are gonna recognize the movement. And what are people doing a lot is the leg drag thing, like they hug their leg to get up on a single leg, right? So when I'm using Danny, because he's the one that are getting in that trouble, and I start doing something that actually bother him. He's really good on that. So what was happening to Danny when I was getting here, right? I was able to break the De La Riva, but Danny, he was circling this leg really quick and get right there and right here. So what I did, I used it to stay on my feet, but again, he was figuring out ways and he was sweeping me here all the time. So what I started doing, instead I stay on my feet, I started to put my knee on the floor and bring my weight back here. So instead I stay on him, I start moving away from him. From here, before I was grappling, I didn't have my cloth. I was grabbing his collar, which wasn't helping me too. He figured out a way to go, put my leg on the other side. So I went after his arm. And I captured his arm with me and working my balance. So, for example, when Danny was trying to get up, I was pushing him back. When he was trying to turn in this side, I was moving to this side. But everything that I'm doing is to get my foot inside over his foot here. So, when Danny was here, you know the move I'm talking about, right? So, when I was here, what I did, I start pulling my weight this way and my foot comes over. Do you guys see what I'm doing? So, right here, so right here, right, controlling, like you're gonna pace, you're gonna work, 1, 2. Got it? What are we gonna do from here? Once my foot is over here, it's hard for them working his pace. In one movement, we cross everything to this. With the punch, down, after the head. Some people, they like to try to mount. I don't go to mount position any here because I don't feel safe. If you do, go, not a problem at all. But what I like to do, what I said yesterday, it's my favorite pass. I go under and I grab the bottom.
You always have to go lean.
And because I like that. If you like to mount, go forward to the mount. Okay? I don't do the mounts. I don't like it. So, 1, you can go straight. So then you got it in. So what I did, dropped right away on my knee and catch that arm. So every time he tried to turn me here, drop the weight that way, he's trying to come up, and sit back, pushing him back, and you're gonna be try to find your base when you're here. Do you guys know what I'm talking about, this sweep? Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Sure? Okay, because I can have him show what he was doing to me. Not to me, I'll pick somebody else, but I can have it. So, you're gonna be back and forth here, and what happened with this balance, then go after my foot for a footwork. So, go. I can keep him on this side, so hip up, it's hard for him because his arm is with me, and I can control the balance. If he puts my foot over his shoulder, try to get up on a single leg, you just keep pushing. So you can balance it very well with him here and keep working until you are able to circle in. Sometimes his foot's gonna be it's gonna be all the way up here. You're just gonna have to work maybe your hands on his knee, like your forearm on his knee, push down a little bit, got it. But once you get it, you don't stay here. Remember that. I don't stay here. As soon as I have his foot, it's a big circle, kicking his leg in, sideways. again, if you're a mount position guy, I'm not showing because I don't like that going to the mount. Hug, under, grab the bottom leg, start. Got it? One more time, but that's enough. One more time. Any question? No, I was joking.
Just to answer your question, are you saying he's just going for a regular X guard sweep to bring you across?
Yeah.
So can you just show what sweep he's looking for, just so we know what?
Do one hand. Be gentle. Just like.
No, John, come here. John, let's go. John. Yeah, go ahead and do me.
So there's no white belts with the black belts.
There's a lot of variations that I do from this position, but just the fact that he's controlling my sleeve and pulling my shoulder off the floor really limits what I can do and makes it really hard for me to exchange my grips. So put your knee here. So when he's holding my sleeve here, I don't feel comfortable a lot of the times even switching to here because I kind of have to move back and I have no real control of his knee other than this foot. Like a lot of times whenever I want to switch, I like to grab his knee so that he can't move back and move away from me, because this is also something he does. Whenever I let go, he can move his hip away and then I lose the leg. So just the fact that he's pulling my arm makes it harder already to try and get underneath this leg. But when I do, if I do get underneath the leg, what I'm looking to do is push him back and then sit up like technical stand-up. And so I can do that a few ways. First way, I can push foot on the hip. I'm not a big fan of this though because I can't really elevate him, but in a pinch it works. I like to put my foot right underneath here, elevate the leg, push back, and then we do technical stand up here. I was very gentle, right? Again, everything, even just the grip transfers to get my arm in position becomes a lot more difficult just because he's pulling my arm, and it's not just killing my grips here, but he's also pulling my shoulder off, and that bothers me too.
And also when stand up, so you understand why I went to the floor. Do the one that you, when I move my feet, you break your hip this way.
Yeah. So the leg again.
Get up, John.
So here.
Here.
So yeah, I have a few ways that I break the balance this way. One, the very give me the other. Is this one bad?
Is he complaining about something already?
So yeah. So the real basic sweep here, I step on the hip, I pinch this knee in, and when I step on the hip, I'm not just pressing with my knee here, I'm stepping and pushing down on his hip to add more weight to the movement. So I'm just moving here to break his hip. Sometimes, if I catch somebody like right as they're standing up and I have a collar grip, I can even just pull here. Keep your posture. Here, I can pull and use his like posture, his weight while he's trying to posture that to let go of this leg and then push here. And I have a sweep here as well. But those are some of the things that I'm looking for when people are standing up, or whenever I'm.
And that's why my knee went on the floor, because he was doing this to me all the time in the switch. So actually had a great press. So he thanks John. Don't sweep. Don't sweep. Yeah. When I was here with him, he had so many variations. At one point, you were going to my back, you were passing his leg over, and he was attacking like leg locks, foot locks. Because the problem wasn't the sweep. What was happening is every time Danny was dropping me, he was going after my foot right away, and that was it was catching. So that's what happened. He did so many times, and when I figured that I dropped my weights down, like my hip away from him, what he said, something that I do is I move away from him when I'm here a lot. So that's when the whole thing starts to help me.
Yeah, so whenever I would try and get under his leg here, if I let go of his leg and I'm not controlling here, I let go, then he moves his hip back, I lose the whole thing. Makes sense?
Rich question.